Welcome to Vintage Variety. I have a jewelry haul to show you guys this week. This haul has a lot of earrings in it, mainly because I had a difficult time finding any thrift stores with good selections of jewelry. I ended up visiting, I think it was like 4 different thrift stores, found a lot of great vintage earrings and some designer earrings. So I'm really excited about showing those to you guys. I also found some modern fashion pieces and a few vintage pieces. So I'm going to get everything sorted out into groupings and I'll show you what I ended up finding. I thought I would start with the earrings. I'm really excited to show you guys some of these. I really liked these vintage earrings. I can't resist a good clip-on. These are unsigned and they're white enameled. And I really like the looks of these because they do remind me of milk glass and they would go with any of my milk glass jewelry. I also found these. These are more modern. And I think that maybe these are made out of some kind of resin. But what I thought was so neat about them is they're in the shape of a half moon. And they have little pieces of what looks like fern in them. So I thought these would be really cool looking earrings to wear. I really love a big chunky statement earring. These look like they're probably from the 90s. They are pierced, but a big earring like this, a lot of times that's the only jewelry you really need. Put a pair like this on and throw on a string of pearls and you're good to go. Now, when I picked these up, I thought they were in really good condition, but now that I'm looking at them closer, they look like they're missing a few rhinestones. And you know what? That is just a really easy fix. All I need is some spare rhinestones, maybe from some broken jewelry parts, and a little bit of jewelry glue, and these will be as good as new. One of the thrift stores that I visited today, they had a huge selection of earrings and not much else, and that's where most of these earrings came from. I really like the overall design of this pair. They have a very modernist look to them. These are definitely more modern, but they kind of have that mid-modern century or Sputnik design. So I thought those looked really cool. These cute little pearl cluster earrings I thought were absolutely adorable. Now, one of them is missing a pearl, but I went ahead and picked them up anyway because that is a pretty easy fix. I keep an assortment of different sizes of pearls in my jewelry supplies, so all I have to do is glue another one in. Out of all of the earrings that I found today, this hands down has to be one of my favorite pairs. Gold tone hoops with beaded berries, and they have the delicate little leaves on them. I'm thinking that these are strawberries, but I really don't care. They could be raspberries. Either way, I think these are going to be a fun pair of earrings to wear. This is a pair of vintage clip-on earrings. They are mother of pearl, and they have a starfish in the center of them. These earrings, they're unsigned, but they have a very artisan look to them. And I'm just going to double check them right quick just to make sure there's no markings anywhere. So I don't see any markings, but just the way they're made and the look of them, they do have that artisan-made look to them. Another pair of vintage earrings that I managed to find were these with these screw-on backs. These are rhinestone earrings. Love the looks of them. They have the little dangling rhinestone at the bottom. I don't see any markings on these, but they're in really excellent condition. So either they were never worn or only worn every so often, or someone took really good care of that pair. Now, the last 2 pairs of earrings I'm going to show you, I was super excited about. So let me show you this pair first. Aren't these cool looking? They have a Baroque pearl at the bottom, kind of a gray tone, and the top is just a round button earring. And I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see the marking on the inside of this one. So I tried to zoom in so you guys can get a look at the tiny mark on the back of these earrings. I almost missed it in the thrift store, but as I was looking at it really close, I had a hunch as to what these might be. These are Robert Lee Morris from the Soho collection. So I was super excited about finding these. Definitely an item that any collector of vintage jewelry would want in their collection. In the case of this pair of earrings, I looked at them a couple of times and there was just something about them. I usually don't pick up really tiny earrings, but I decided to take these off the card while I was in the thrift store and have a closer look. And these are Kendra Scott, and I think what caught my eye about them is I do have a pair of Kendra Scott earrings. Mine are a little bit bigger, but the design of this small pair was very reminiscent of that. So I'm so glad that I double checked. I picked up quite a few bracelets today, and there is an assortment here that I'm going to show you guys. But first I wanted to show you this brooch, or maybe it's just a pin. I have something like this in my personal jewelry collection, but mine has like a cameo hanging from it. And I like to wear it on jackets. So when I saw this, I thought, you know what, it would be neat to take this and put some charms on it or maybe some really pretty beads. I do see a little bit of wear, but I think that'll clean up okay. So I more or less picked this up as a project piece. Then I spotted this ring, and this is Modern Costume. I don't think there's a marking in there anywhere. No, it was just a light hitting it. But I thought this looked really cool. It looks in excellent new condition. It doesn't have any wear to it. It is a smaller ring, but I love the Celtic look of it. I could probably wear this as a midi ring or maybe even a pinky ring. When I spotted this bracelet on the rack, I knew right off I was going to purchase it. This one is new on the card, Belk Silverworks. This is a beautiful silver-plated cuff bracelet. And I love Belk's jewelry. I don't know if all states have Belks, but in the South, Belk stores are pretty popular, or at least they used to be. And I know back in the 2000s, I used to buy a lot of my jewelry there, and I would buy a lot of the silverwork pieces, and they really do hold up well. So that was a really good find. And this is another item that I picked up. This is more modern. It's very well made. It does have some weight to it. It has rhinestones set into it all the way around. Some of them are glued in, and these smaller ones are prong set. The only thing that I see that's weird about this are the two tiny rhinestones right here. I don't know if they're supposed to look that way. Maybe they're supposed to be a pinkish red color, or maybe there's something wrong with them. Either way, they're not really that noticeable. I could change those out, but I think it's fine just the way it is. And this would be a great bracelet for stacking with other bracelets. I really like this bracelet also. I like the black enameled background with the faux marcasites, and then it has tiny little, what looks like spinels set into it. I'm not sure about the age of this one. It has a fold-over clasp. Don't see any markings anywhere on it, but I really did like the looks of this. I love black and silver together. Picked up a couple of charm bracelets. This one is religion or religious themed, and I like jewelry like this. It has tiny crosses and beads. Some of the crosses have that black background, and then some of them are just a plain silver tone. In the case of this charm bracelet, I kept looking at it. I picked it up. I put it back a couple of times, and I decided, you know, I'll just go ahead and get it. Now that I'm looking closely at it and looking at the charms, I believe someone got this when they went on a cruise. It has a sombrero. It has an umbrella with a beach chair or a lounge chair on it. And, of course, it has a cruise ship hanging on it and this thing for snorkeling. And then it also has another charm on here. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys. The DI charm for Diamonds International, which is a company that makes costume jewelry, and they do make a lot of items like this that are either sold or given away on cruises. Now let's have a look at the necklaces I managed to find. This one is definitely vintage. Needs some work done on it. It looks like someone has put it back together or tied it back up at one point. It has a barrel closure, and this is a Hishi bead necklace. And I just thought it was really cool looking. I don't usually pick these up. I will every so often, but I did like the combination of the colors in it. It kind of has that creamy color, which is, of course, shell. And then it has some black and brown colored shells. And I think that these are puka shells. I'm not really sure. I don't really collect this type of jewelry. But there was just something about this one that I really liked. And I think that this would be a great layering piece, but definitely needs to be restrung. This next item is a vintage Avon, and I love finding vintage Avon pieces. This one is a beautiful gold tone pendant. It has a tassel at the bottom. Give you guys a good look at it. I did look this up in my Avon book, and this one is from the 1970s. Show you the back where it's marked. There's the Avon marking. And then it's on this rope chain. And this is the exact type of chain the necklace would have been on, but this is not an Avon chain. This is a Napier chain. So I don't know if the original owner maybe put it on a longer chain. Maybe they broke the chain and switched it out. But kind of a two-in-one here. I got both Napier and Avon all in one go. I'm going to leave it as is. It goes well together, so I'm fine with that. This next necklace has a beautiful rhinestone encrusted magnetic closure. And I wouldn't usually pick this type of necklace up, even though I do like the magnetic closures because they're easy to put on and take off. But I thought these were beautiful. These are very weighty faux glass pearls, and they're in different shades of gray. There is a pale, almost white gray, all the way to a dark, nearly black gray. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the necklace stand because I think that this is a great little necklace to wear. Easy on, easy off with a magnetic closure. And this could just be thrown on and worn anytime. It could be layered with other pieces. I think if I were to wear this, I think the closure is so decorative. It would look pretty in the front like a pendant. But what I really like is the idea of wearing it to the side. And this would layer really great with some silver tone chains or even some more pearls, maybe in shades of black, gray, or dark gray. The last necklace from this week's jewelry haul is another chunky statement necklace. This one is more modern. I don't see any markings on it. Looking at this, the construction of the chain part of the necklace does look a lot like a J. Crew, but I don't see a tag anywhere. It could just be some random jewelry brand, but get a load of this on the necklace stand. I absolutely adore this shade of blue, especially in jewelry. I love how the light reflects off of it. So I'm absolutely in love with this one. But you guys let me know what you think. It may not be to everyone's taste or style, but this is definitely a necklace that I think I would enjoy wearing. This week's haul was what I consider to be a very good one, despite having to go to quite a few different thrift stores to find items. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, which pieces were your favorites, and if you enjoyed today's content, please remember to give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell for notifications, and you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.